Hi, welcome to, are we on the left one or the right, or the middle one?
Middle.
Okay. Hi, welcome to Fury's Fate. This is Maze Arcana and Dungeons & Dragons presents these awesome people sitting around a table playing a game for you, with you, because of you.
By
That's
you.
right. By
For you.
us. For us. With us. So, last time we left off, we're just going to hop into this. Last time that we left off, we had a group of people inside a storage room trying to get some information from one of the local taverns, and they subdued somebody in the dark to make sure that they weren't discovered. Flash that side to the other one, and that would have been Reef, Dariguez, and inside the tavern a little ways is Imparu. And the other group of
Adventurers.
misfits and their babysitter, monster sitter.
So by group of misfits, you mean two of us.
People. Or,
We were a group too.
You're almost a gaggle. So after that, they
Spoon.
went in and basically picked a fight with some unknown opponents. Seems to be pretty much for the hell of it. So we're gonna see how that resolves. So we're gonna see how that resolves. And when we left off, there was a very large gladiator rushing towards Yishnok, our very articulate lizard folk. And if you can't see him, it's because he's tiny
he's hidden.
compared to this
I'm,
thing.
I'm a little lizard man.
Who's really upset because Yishnok is not being known as Yishnok, but rather Tum Tum. And that is
Devourer.
Tum Tum the Devourer.
Tum Tum the Devourer, which is upsetting the other Tum Tum who is rushing at him. And Lepad is on a table talking a bunch of smack like he is a early 90s cereal box.
I was hoping you were
Wrestling.
going to go there with it.
This is amazing.
And we are, and Eden is looking over them, looking over the scene, trying to figure out how this devolved so quickly, standing next to the bartender slash fight announcer who seems to be mistaken her for one of the people from his organization.
It wasn't a mistake.
Okay.
I did a good job.
So, where we left off was Tum Tum rushing Tum Tum.
Yes. So excited for this fight.
Wait.
But we're going to start inside inside the room where Dariguez has caught where Dariguez has
He smacked him with a
bludgeoned
knife.
the
I
back.
caught him.
Yeah, the back of a messenger, it would seem,
Delivery boy.
and who has dropped off a crate, and then Reef caught him and set him down gently and quietly, so that he would not make a thud and alert the people that seem to be within the next room. So, you two, no more pan flutes for you.
He came in this door, right?
Yeah, which door is this?
This is the door to the alley
Okay.
that
And
he
that's
came
the door
in.
of the talkers.
This is the door with the talkers. This is the oh
No,
wait,
that's
that's
the
the
door
door with the
that you are.
talkers. This is the door that you came in.
Was it? So there's 4 doors? Okay.
Yeah, I mean as far as you can tell,
I thought there was
it
only
is
3.
dark in a room and you're a human.
I thought it was only 3, but okay.
Same.
As far as you know, it is.
Okay. I want to search him.
Okay.
While she searches him, I'm going to go over to the crate. And try to search that if it's not nailed shut or however it's locked.
Wait, we saw him, right? We saw him outside put a crate down out here.
You did.
I want to go to this door and like peek out and see if there's anybody else out there.
Okay. There is soft
Stealth.
music
We're
coming
stealthing.
from.
Stealthily.
We're stealthing.
Stealthily.
Soft music coming from. Oh wait, this is the one where the bard was not having a good time with life.
The sad bard.
Yeah, he was a sad,
Play worse music.
sad drunk bard.
Yeah, one of those bars, there's like a child coughing the whole time. And you're just like, this
It's
poor
this
kid,
one.
somebody take them to the hospital. Like,
Should you be here?
This just sounds Playground's
already.
random.
Sounds like swamp music.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like Bayou music.
All right, so you guys, you are wanting to search him, and you are wanting to search what?
I was gonna go to the crate.
The crate. You guys can give me stealth checks. Well, Dorigas, you can give me a stealth check, and you can give me an investigation check.
hell yeah, that's what I like to hear. 17 plus 8.
I got 21 on my stealth.
Okay. You make your way over, and what are you doing at the door?
Quick ear to see if I can hear anybody before I open it.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
Got
Actually, we can make this perception.
a perception check. I got 13.
13?
Yeah.
Okay, so you put your ear against the door. You hear like the noise of passerbys, but that seems to be more on the opposite side of the street level. This is definitely headed out towards the back alley. You can hear like the occasional footsteps, but it doesn't seem to be like
Shuffling right by the
pacing
door.
or yeah.
Okay. So if the door is not locked as he just shut it and I didn't see him lock it, I'm going to try to open it. And if the crate's right there, pull it in.
Okay, as you peer out of the doorway there, moving it just a smidge. You actually bend it back against its hinges.
It's the wrong way.
You can peer out just a little bit
Yeah.
and see that there is a specific crate here, but you also see that it looks like there might be more, and you kind of like poke your head out the other way, swing, and you can see that there is, screw you door.
Multiples? Turn it around.
Great.
You can see that there is a whole bunch of stuff that has been piled up on the side there, as if it could be some sort of either the immediate drop-off or the refuse from the bar's use, which it looks like there's a lot more here than probably ought to be for a bar that has
Zero activity going on.
what
in
seems to be very light activity.
it. Okay.
You are patting through his jacket, his coat. You take out his satchel. You find a couple of odds and ends, a few gold here, like nothing really to write home about. So you can actually add that you found 5 gold.
Okay.
And you pat him down and you start to go through. And then as you're moving down, his what?
That's okay.
Oh yeah, that stuff
It's
is.
thieves can't. Don't look at it.
I'm the only one that can.
5 gold. Okay.
So as you guys, or as you're patting him down, you're moving through, and you don't really find anything until you get to his boots. And then while you're patting down the boots, you hear like a little crinkle. You like slowly slide the boots off, and you realize that the crinkle is on a piece of paper that is inside his sock.
Yeah, I grab it.
So inside there is actually a note in thieves' can.
Oh! Okay.
Luckily, you can read it. What it seems to tell you, it has like a squiggly kind of, looks like a squiggly line with like kind of crudely drawn wings
Okay.
and a sun that it's flying towards, as well as a ship between the two of them. So it looks like a squiggly
Looks
kind
like
of,
one of those flying snakes.
it looks like a flying snake flying towards a ship sailing into the sun.
A squiggly line with
I'll actually,
wings.
if you want me to draw it for you real fast, I'll draw it for you real fast.
No, I want to.
Okay.
She wants to scribble.
All right.
I want to just a squiggly line with wings flying toward a ship
That's superseded by a sun.
with a sun above it. Okay.
But the sun is not like Raisin Bran. The sun is like if it was like drawn
Set
by
on the
Native
horizon.
American kind of thing. Or like Aztecan or something.
Okay.
Well, basically all of these things are drawn in that.
It's an Olmec style.
Okay. That looks accurate, right?
Good enough.
Great.
Okay. So you find this thing and when you unravel it, you're not sure of the parties involved specifically. Actually, roll me Roll me a history check. I could see that at some point you've been in a book about this.
History?
Yes.
Get all the bonuses.
16.
Okay. You definitely know that the snake with the wings represents the Zentarum.
Okay. How do I spell that?
Z-H-E-N-T.
Z-A?
ZH.
Oh, Z-H.
Zint. Z-H-E-N-T.
Z-H-E-N-T-A-R-U-M?
I would say that
I am.
absolute positive writing at the moment is not going to be the necessity for what we're doing, as long as we can,
Decipher
say
it later.
Right.
So, you recognize this as the Zentarum. You also know that this is one of the largest factions, and by factions, we kind of mean that like broken down into like guild type scenarios.
Secret society.
So that there's, yeah, I mean, they're not as secret as they probably ought to be, but it's more along the lines of they're well known for recruiting, and the Zentarum have a very long, rich history, usually associated with a very powerful sorcerer who made clones of himself, and then also very much known for trying to take over trade routes or as mercenaries for a certain thing here or there until they can take it over themselves.
Fazul.
Which is exactly the sort of issue we're facing right now.
So-
Interessant.
You can show this to him and carry on.
Okay. Okay.
I found a lot of crates.
I found a look at this.
What is that?
It's well. Do you know what this is?
Yes.
Okay. So this is, and they're going to ship, right?
So they're talking about shipping things in?
I think they're trying to take over some trade routes,
Okay.
right?
Okay, I appreciate
This is
the
too
whispering, but we gotta be able to hear you too.
Yeah.
Trying to do
They
stage
can't.
Basically, just regurgitating exactly what you said.
Okay.
Do we want to grab one of these crates to see what's in it?
Yeah, for sure.
How heavy are the crates?
Well, we don't need to grab it, right? We just need to walk outside like we should be there and then pop one open,
Okay. Walk out.
right?
So what are you gonna do with the gentleman that you've debooted?
What a great question, Rudy.
I mean, in the future, I'll stop asking these kind of questions.
Is there
But for now, I figured, I'll let you guys get used to the.
is there like an empty beer mug anywhere?
In a
Roll
bar
me.
back room?
Roll me.
I'm wondering if I can just like position him in a way where he wakes up and he's like, I guess I was drunk.
Make sure you put his head back on the ground because that's where I hit him. So
Roll me a
Oh,
perception
my
check.
God.
he thinks he
Great.
smacks his head when he fell. Boy, this is really stretching it.
13.
Okay, so you look around and you see that there are, in fact, a bunch of different implements that would be in a bar's back room,
Right.
including a couple of casks that look like they either have just been tapped to check the freshness or are waiting to be. A bunch of sacks, some with some moldy potatoes, some with some kind of blood-sodden, kind of rancid meat at this point. You're not sure of which type of meat.
Right.
You also see a plethora of jars. There's some mugs. There's a couple of overturned or stacked / fallen chairs about.
Okay. I'd love to grab whatever would be a normal implement to drink like mead out of. And then
So a cask.
sure, and have it just like kind of like falling out of his hand. Try to position it where it seems like very plausible that he dropped it while he fell. This is so dumb. This is such a dumb.
Darigas, you're standing right there, as I recall, as she goes off to
like-
grab a cask and start to drag it across the ground.
I just want like a cup like this.
Grab the mug from over there.
What?
The mug stacked over there. Just go grab one of those.
I
there.
know. I
Should we-
asked God who like what a person would drink beer out of, and he said this thing.
I think you've been. I said everything you saw, and you said I want to grab a thing, and I said, as a smartass for sure.
Yes.
Oh, a cask? And you said sure.
Cask is a very
Apparently,
small
it's
barrel.
that. Great.
No, stop.
Not that.
Just grab a mug.
Okay.
Don't touch my minis. That's for me to do. Yeah, I was
been
gonna say
touching
I
them
know
the
you
whole
have.
time.
I'm going easy
fondling-
on you because you're new.
Fondling the minis.
So you look around and you realize that you're in the middle of a very dark room.
Yes.
In the middle
Yes.
of a dark room.
Drag him over there.
Can
I'll
I
gr-
get a
I'll
little
grab
help?
grab his legs. You grab that.
Okay.
We'll scoot
We'll
him over
Scooch him
that corner.
into the darkness.
the dark corner.
Okay. Roll me both athletic checks and stealth checks because I assume you're being stealthy unless
We
you
are
don't
trying
care.
to be stealthy.
course.
If you're going for speed and not stealth, I will let you roll the athletics at advantage. You should do the athletics checks first.
I did.
Oh, okay.
That way you know if you need the advantage or not.
Nine for athletics.
14 on athletics.
Well, before you roll the stealth check. I saw it.
But I wasn't supposed to roll it yet, right?
It's okay. Now you can roll your stealth check if you'd like to.
That's better. 16. Or 17?
Huh?
19 on the stealth.
19? And what was your athletics check?
14.
Okay. So it takes you guys like 20 minutes to drag him across the floor quietly because apparently people aren't as strong as they
What?
thought, but at least she kept her her awareness and remained stealthy because that 3 would not have been good for you. Outside in the other room, you are kind of waiting and waiting and waiting, and roughly a half an hour goes by. And now you've just been kind of sitting at the bar after having a conversation, going to get the mug, distracting them for a second. Now you're just sitting there. Tick-tock.
Like everyone else.
Like the 3 other people in the bar. You've heard nothing from inside the other room, yet your eyes continue to drift towards the door.
At this point, I just go towards the door because something is probably wrong. This is taking way too long.
Okay, so you walk over to the door.
Yeah.
How are you opening it? Like, are you just opening and going in, or?
I'm opening like it's my business. So
Okay.
just opening it.
Door swings open.
He's over here.
You walk in to see them slowly laying this gentleman down on a couple of sacks near a cask. And they both put their fingers to their mouths. When they look at you, you stop dead in the doorway.
Close the door behind me. And I kind of gesture like, what the is going on here?
We gesture for him to follow us as we go toward the door again.
Okay, so you two move to the door.
I follow.
And we go outside.
Ha 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 ha, what a good time at the bar. We were definitely supposed to be there.
Shut the door. Which one of these crates was the one he put down? Since we saw him place it.
Roll me a history check.
Can I roll it too?
Yeah.
Because we both watched him.
Mm-hmm. Well, you both saw it.
2.
You
I
also-
didn't notice where he put it.
Apparently, you were so distracted on knocking his brains out that you forgot yours.
14 plus 8.
Okay. So you start fumbling around some of the other crates, looking through them, trying to like find out which ones to open. Most of them seem to be nailed shut, including some of the other items there. You do see that one of the barrels is broken. There seems to be a couple of other sacks in there. As you kind of go through those, you realize they are trash. And
I found the trash.
yeah. But as you peel off to the right and start searching down this way, Dodger turns to this one next to the chest, and you kind of like start to look around it, and you find. Yeah, you have good investigation. I'm just gonna give this one to you.
Okay, cool.
She's got an amazing 22.
You find down in the bottom, like tiny bottom corner, that little sun symbol.
I go, psst. I like do this again,
Okay.
and then to both of you, I say, look for a sun symbol on the other crates.
Oh, like the one on the drawing.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
A sun.
Okay.
Both of you give me investigation checks, but send them to me in Slack.
Okay.
Okay.
And then what are you doing after you've instructed them to do that?
I assume these are nailed shut.
They are.
Um,
Luckily, a good thief or Tomb Raider
sure.
We have pry bars.
usually has a pry bar.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll pry it open. I'll try to do it quietly, but like, yeah. I want to pry it open.
Okay.
Just
give me.
I want to pry, if possible. I want to pry open just one side, so that I can see inside, and then maybe be able to like shove it closed again, and then they would be none the wiser.
Do I
Okay.
see what she's doing?
You are busy investigating the other
Okay.
boxes.
Got it.
So you two take your time, kind of start going in there, searching around, moving some of the boxes somewhat quietly. Like obviously they're a little heavy. You got to move them around a little bit. You got to look down at them, and you do not locate. You do not locate any other ones. But you are slightly ahead of him, and you find one other box that appears to be entirely empty that has that little stamp on it. But you find one, but above that stamp now is the dragon, the
the wings.
little squiggly line with the wings.
Wait.
I'm
And she's prying the thing. She's not.
I'm
And
going
give me
in.
a
Wait.
strength check, please.
Wait.
Just a
You're
basic
over
strength
there
check.
near him.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
This. And there's something above it.
Yes.
What? There's nobody else here.
Yet. I turn to Reef and go,
Just.
sit around.
Okay, so she hushes you as you two have found this thing. She starts to pry the lid as carefully as she can, moving it just a little bit, enough for a little bit of light to peer inside. It looks like there's like leather or burlap or something. You start to push it open a little bit more,
Satchels?
Like
and we find
in the
ourselves
sand pit.
Oh no, fast fight music.
with Lapad flying across the ring. No. I misspoke.
Turnbuckle.
It was Yishnok
Yes.
that got flung.
Oh.
Did he get
I thought he was getting
flung?
punched.
He, did, no, he just charged at him
Charged
last we left.
Oh.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Oh, we're cut. It's a jump cut.
Yes.
I get
Jump
it.
cut.
Oh, so we saw
see
This
how
this.
is
this
the
works.
cinema.
Okay.
The mind's eye theater.
Copyrighted.
Right. Oh.
It's not a matter of.
I'm just getting on the same page with you. I got it.
do
It's
you-
cool. Cinematically, it works that way.
There you go.
Yeah. No, we're on the same page.
Theater of the mind.
So, Yishnok flies across the sand pit. A very large, barbarian-looking gentleman turns to follow the view as the sand parts under Yishnak's frame. And his shield, with all of its spikes and little fleshy
Bits.
parts,
Yeah.
skitters across the ground off to the side, landing nearby, and goes, I'm Tom Tom.
I am hurt.
Oh.
Lepad is now wide-eyed, realizing that maybe the taunting that he was doing earlier could come back to bite
I think
him.
That's how he feels about it right now.
I said realizing? I didn't say necessarily feels.
Okay.
I think we're all in agreement. These are different things. And you look over to see that Cleaver has not even bothered to fully put a foot into the ring. Just kind of watching. I'm gonna let you make the first move, Lepad.
Okay. Well, since we jumped forward, I would have. I wanted to chug my Storm Giant Strength Potion, but did that already happen in our jump cut?
Nah, dude.
Okay.
It was like
I'm doing it
literally
right now,
he
then.
ran at
I'm doing
him
it right
and then
now,
he
then.
threw it.
I'm doing it.
Okay, so you go to do that. You pull out you start to search through your satchel. You locate the potion. You pull it out and you go to uncork it and start to drink it, and you see him turn. And he goes, "Oh, good! I've been saving one." And you see him pull out a potion, uncork it, and goes,
No. Can I move?
"You're not near him. Get over here." Goes, "I know your type." And he chugs this like almost electric green looking potion. Wipes it, misses an entire big like just drivel, tosses it off outside the pit, and you hear it shatter against the wall, and he goes, "Don't get glass in the sand." And he starts to run at you.
I'm assuming that we were chugging at the same time.
Doesn't matter what he does. What matters is what you do. Boo.
I was saying I was chugging it, so.
Yeah, you chugged yours.
Okay.
Yours
so
is
I
down.
have it. I've ingested.
Yeah, you've ingested.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it's a vendetta against.
You took his name, dude. You gave it to somebody
No,
else.
I get it.
He's not here to like play patty cake. He's here to play
man.
wrestling
We
guy
had
because
another potion.
you hopped up. Of course. Oh.
Okay.
Bosses
so-
are only allowed
alright,
magic
so-
items if they're gonna give them to you afterwards.
No?
Yes.
No? Okay, so he's coming to me, right?
Yeah, he rushes right at you. Make me either an acrobatics or athletics check.
Do acrobatics, which would be a dirty 20.
All right, so he goes to grab onto you, and you duck just under it. His second attack is more of a fist, swinging a little bit lower.
It's more like a fist.
I was like, and I lost the d20. And this one, you jump just in time to clear the fist as it swings, knocking fruit
No, the fruit.
into the pit.
Don't get fruit in the sand. That's what I say as I
Sassily.
over that.
The pad says, "Don't get fruit in the sand."
Yeah.
Trigger the fit.
All right.
Also, I'm laughing like uncontrollably to like a discerning degree during this
Okay.
whole thing.
How to a discerning degree?
Yeah, like
Like, describe the laughter
or,
to me.
Like disconcerting.
Okay, like a maddened laughter.
Yeah, I just drank a Storm Giant String Potion. I'm a tiny frog man. I'm really feeling it at this moment.
Okay.
It's like having 8 shots of espresso at the
Yeah,
same
oh,
time.
yeah. Or I'm ready.
Yishnak doesn't
Just
understand what's
remember-
funny, but he'll laugh too.
Just remember your strength bonus is now +9 on your athletics.
Oh, didn't know that. It's good to know.
No, it's fine. Just chug the potions. Don't know what they do.
Well, no, I knew it buffs my strength to 29, but I didn't know it does other things.
All your modifiers.
Yeah, all your modifiers. are low.
Everything is 29?
No.
Well,
Just strength,
Anything
right?
that uses strength
Okay.
is a +9.
All right.
Yeah.
Can you guys help
Plus
walk
what
me
your
through this as
proficiency
we
is if you're
go?
proficient.
All right.
Yeah.
It's my first time using a Storm Giant Strength Potion.
Strength potion.
Yeah,
Yeah. Not like a god potion.
I know.
I'm gonna make one of those just for you now, though. All right.
God potion, hell yeah. Lepad,
Ed.
every time.
Yeah.
Lepad the god.
You are watching this happen. You see the fruit go flying across into the sand. You yell, "Not the fruit!" And then
Oh, not the fruit. Oh, come
That
on.
was Kim yelling that.
No, I
and then
like
it's
that.
your
I like
turn.
I thrust my trident into his knee.
You're gonna move over and try and stab him.
Getting
Yes.
those knees. They're
Okay.
watching
That's
knees
about
around us.
the right height for
That's
me.
my client. I'm their manager.
Don't mess with the merchandise.
That's good. Lean into that.
Nice.
Okay, go ahead. Give him the swing.
So I do.
Roll a d20.
Okay.
And then you
Cool.
add your
Insanely
where your
high
trident
bonus.
is. So add the 11 to that.
Dirty 20.
Yep.
Okay, you're gonna hit.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Give me some damage.
Okay. Now I did get the 8.
1d8.
Okay.
Plus your should be plus your strength mod, right?
Plus my strength.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Plus your strength
1d8
mod.
plus
Mod.
10. So
Oh.
I'm assuming.
Sorry.
Okay.
16.
All right.
Did you roll a 16? Or
I rolled a 6
Oh,
on the
there you go.
D8,
Cool.
and then I got a 10.
Cool.
You also have extra attack, and you have another
I do?
function after that. Yeah.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
can
you're
do
a
another
fighter, you're
regular
strong.
attack, or I have to use my hand crossbow.
You get another. You have extra attack, so you get to use 2 attacks with the trident.
trident?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that again.
So when we take our sheets home, let's spend a little time
roll
looking
this.
at them too.
Roll this again.
So roll
Roll
your
that one
d20
again?
again.
Okay. 9.
You add
Another
your
dirty 20.
the 11.
Another 20.
Okay, that's gonna hit.
That's a 14.
All right. So you can roll damage at the same time as well, and that way you're rolling both. You're being speedy. If it
Okay.
doesn't hit, you just wipe it off the table, but not a big deal.
good idea.
So now with your bonus action, if you would like to use that, you can fire your crossbow.
I'm going to fire that crossbow.
Fire it.
Yeah. Fire
I'm
roll.
going to roll them both at the same time.
Yep.
I need a 6.
And it's a d6.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ooh, that's a 12. No, that's a 6.
To hit?
Yeah.
Oh, if you roll a natural 1 or a
Yeah.
natural 20 on an attack roll, it's a critical failure.
It's a critical failure.
So, you go to fire the. Well, first off, your trident, you stab down at his leg, nicking part of the side, drawing a little bit of blood as litters the sand. You draw back for another one. He moves slightly, wincing in pain, and you tag his calf.
Didn't the one I mess up was just the hand crossbow?
Yeah.
That's it?
Wait.
You
How about we wait until I get done, like
Okay.
getting to the narrating? So you do the stab. You make your damage. You do the next stab. It's not going to be a one-shot kill on something
I know,
like
I
this
know.
size. Okay. So then you take your crossbow, aim it. I assume still at the leg or something. But why don't you tell me what ends up happening when you critically fail your shot?
It hits the fruit and it upsets me more.
Okay. You fire with a little bit of an unsteadiness as you're getting used to this combatant, trying to study him, trying to see where his steps are going to go. You misjudge. Fire ricochets off the table and skewers a fruit. I'm not sure why that upsets you, but it seems to upset you enough that it'll give you disadvantage on your next attack roll.
Okay.
Adulto.
Yeah.
So, after your turn, would you like to move anywhere else? You still have some movement if you would like.
I'm happy behind him.
Okay. Lepad.
So if she's here attacking him, will I get sneak attack if I attack him, or do I have to move around then?
Nope, he's within she's within
So I
5
could
feet of
just,
him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Well then, yeah, I'm going for him.
Okay. If you make the attack with your attack needs to be with your finesse weapon. You can do it with dexterity if you want. You don't have to use the finesse feature of it. So as long as you're using your quala for this, you can apply your strength instead of your dexterity if you would like to.
Okay.
Since you've chugged that potion.
Okay. So just roll a d20.
Yep.
Okay. So 16 plus 7, that would be a 21.
All right.
Hit.
That'll hit.
For using
Okay.
yours.
And then, yeah, do I add anything to this because of that?
It's going to be your instead of your dexterity for your plus at the end. You're going to add your strength with the potion.
Which is 29, right?
No, it's not.
No.
Modifier.
Is it modified 9?
Yeah.
So I'll just roll the d6 and then, right? Okay. Oh, that is 5 plus 9,
Okay, you still get your sneak attack though. So
Oh,
go ahead and roll
thanks.
those sneak attack damage.
which is what, 2 d6?
Yeah, at your level, yes.
6 and a 3. So 6 is 9 plus 5, 14 plus whatever that strength thing was. 9.
9.
So 14 plus 9.
23
Thank you.
Okay.
for one
You hit
hit.
him pretty hard.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anything else you would like to do?
Yes, now I would like to unarmed strike him as my bonus attack.
Do it.
That would be a 16 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay, and then so 1d4. Okay, so 4 plus 9
No,
would
you
be
use dexterity for an arm strike, don't you?
What's that?
Because there's dex-
He's
oh,
not using his dexterity because
because my strength
he
is
drank the
like
snake.
God, okay.
So yeah, so 4 plus 9 would be 13.
13 damage?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, small but mighty. Hell yeah.
The big bad, the bad.
The big bad
So
bad.
as you punch him, like you swing at him with the Yaquala, you get the sneak on him, and when you go to punch him, you hit him just below the gut, and a lot of that fluid that he had just drank gurgles up out of his mouth and just kind of like starts to run down his mouth, and he goes, oh, that doesn't help.
Lick it, lick it.
Use your frog tongue to just.
Oh, I was, well,
What if his is a
I don't know if I
weakness
can use a
potion?
bonus action to lick it, but
You
that
already used
was
your
my
bonus
first instinct.
All right, so Yishnak, it is your turn.
Am I prone?
You are prone at the moment.
Okay. Is it just a move action to stand up?
It is half of your movement to stand.
Okay, I'll stand up.
You collect your shield and your
Yeah.
staff as you do.
I'll cast Hold Person on this fellow right here.
Okay.
That is I think it's a Wisdom saving throw. Yes, Wisdom.
He rolled an 18. He has a +1 wisdom.
Of course he did.
So
That's it. That's my turn.
Anything else? Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I cannot do anything else.
Move.
Stay 15
Probably-
feet.
I wouldn't be very good in
Spot.
combat.
Yeah.
So I'll just stay where I am. I'd rather not
Okay.
deal with that.
Oh, look, I forgot one of the reactions before. Oh, well. All right. So you go and you see
Oh, the
Oh,
music.
he even has.
It's like
Good
you knew.
timing.
Well played.
you see Cleaver step into the ring and
Great. Oh.
look down at you. Stance widens a little bit.
Hello.
The hand just reaches up
Uh-huh.
and waves like this.
This is definitely a friendship brewing, I feel like.
It's getting intense.
When you man, he's got some
That's loud.
stuff.
That's
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, great.
God, okay.
Cleaver looks at you, does the wave, and then turns and heads over here.
Uh-oh.
And he starts to breathe in.
Oh, crap.
But he doesn't seem to actually do anything else with that. Until Tom Tom hears the
Inhalation.
Cleaver inhale, and you see because you're standing right in front of him, his eyes widen. He feints at you, steps back like he's going to elbow you, and moves out of the way, rushing back towards Yishnok. You are unable to take attacks of opportunity because he sets you a little off balance.
Okay.
And then you see why his eyes got big, as this one releases a gout of flame towards you. I need both of you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
$16.
That'd be 24.
All right. So you both see the flame billowing towards you and lunge out of the way in opposite directions, moving just slightly enough to get
I'm still laughing. Like,
out of the. Oh well, then you're going to swallow some of it because you're still going to take. You're still going to take 20 damage
Both
of
of
fire.
us?
Both of you.
What?
You both save, but not for
half.
not all the way out.
Jeez.
wow. Oh, that's a whole lot. Well, okay.
And the fruit that is left on the table is now well cooked.
Is it apples?
It was, yeah.
Yum!
Baked apples.
Who knew?
And you
This is your
see,
Achilles heel.
you see the bartender rush over behind there after the flame has gone out and start to pat out a satchel that's sitting right here. Running right past the cask of alcohol that is now spread across the table and is lit up a good portion of the table.
It's lit, fam.
The guy starts patting on the satchel, sees the fire coming towards it, and pushes it off into the sand and starts to push sand on top of it.
I'm glad you're acting this out.
All right.
So is the table still on fire?
Yeah, the table's on fire at the moment.
It's dramatic.
It's your turn.
No, we don't know.
Oh, we don't do that? Oh, no.
It is Yishnok's turn.
My turn.
You see this gentleman rushing at you.
Oh no. Okay. Swear to God, this is gonna work. Okay. It's better work. Okay, I'm actually gonna. Can I cast Hold Person as a 3rd level spell so it lets me use 2 targets instead?
How close do they have to be at a certain distance?
60 feet.
60 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can do that if you
All
want
right,
to.
I'm gonna cast it as a 3rd level spell instead of a 2nd level spell.
Okay.
Which allows me to target both of them. So they both got to make Wisdom saving throws. Please.
Oh, please.
So one is going to get the one rushing towards you is going to get a 10,
Oh, he fails. Okay.
and the other one is going to get a 14.
Fails.
Okay.
They're both paralyzed.
Nice.
So you see,
17.
15.
so you see him. You see the gladiator rushing towards you. Tum Tum is just about to hit you. It stops just as the last words of your spell freeze him. You can
Holding up
see
my
his
holy symbol.
eyes moving back and forth, wide, as the fist is less than a couple of inches away from
I
your
have
face.
my holy symbol, which, by the way, is an egg that I'm holding out in front of me.
That poor holy symbol.
Strong egg.
Okay. And then the gout of flame, as it recedes to into Cleaver's mouth, you can see that the body just starts to get rigid. And do you want to do anything else? You still have movement.
Slow movement. I think I can.
Cleaver's mouth or Tum Tum's
Cleaver's.
mouth? Ah.
I don't think there's much else I can really do with just a bonus action.
How long does it last for?
The spell?
Yeah.
Minute?
Oh, actually, I can make a. I'm gonna use my bonus action to bite him.
Okay.
Nice.
I have
So you get to
advantage
do.
on this.
So it's going to be an advantage because
Yes.
he's paralyzed.
Strong food.
I-
Strong
and-
food. Strong food.
I think that he's. I think that because he's incapacitated, it's an automatic crit.
Yeah, I think it's
It is automatic crit. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll be. You can bite him.
Yes.
You'll get your full bite damage on it.
the taste. That's a crit. I rolled a 20.
Yeah.
Nice.
But my other one is a 18.
As long as it hits, it's a crit.
It's a crit, so it doesn't matter.
As long
But
as you hit
fine.
any crit.
I think it's a D6 plus my strength.
I believe it is.
Yeah,
And
so-
then you get back up to your Constitution modifier. 5 plus your Constitution modifier.
It's
in
just
temporary hit points.
it's just my Constitution modifier.
Okay, so you get your Constitution modifier in temporary hit points.
Yeah, so he takes 8 damage, and I get 8 temporary.
Did you roll the d6 twice
Oh, I rolled it twice. I thought it was automatically.
with the crit? So
6 plus 5.
and then and your strength bonus
2.
is 2.
So 13 damage. And I
Okay.
get 3 temp hit points.
Did you bite Tum Tum?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll narrate it so that everybody knows what's
Okay,
going
sorry.
on. Yeah, no, it's cool. Just that way we all
Is it 13?
can keep moving as fast
Hit
as we
points?
want.
No, just 3.
All right, so you
13 damage.
hold up your egg, and his eyes, as he lurches to a stop, his eyes go from you to the egg, and to you. You flash a toothy grin, stash the egg, and crawl onto him and just. You guys can both see this happen from across the way as he has climbed over and is taking a huge bite out of the bicep. You still have.
The meatiest part.
Yeah, yeah,
you
enjoy.
he yells out while he's doing the thing. Just try and remember that if you're talking during this, it's got to be cinematic.
Right.
So you're not like having a conversation in the middle of a thing. So you climb up, you bite onto him, and yell at the meatiest part, and then you still have a little bit of movement if you'd like.
I'm gonna wiggle my butt a little bit.
Okay, you use your next 10 feet of movement to wiggle your tail. It lashes back and forth as you're gnawing down.
Right.
I believe that because you did damage to him, he gets to make the save again. Check that for me.
Will do this.
It's a save at the
End of the turn.
End of turn. Yeah. Where is it?
His turn.
Extra save at end of each turn.
But not on damage.
Not on damage.
Okay. I'll double check that later if I get an opportunity, but I'm pretty sure that's fine. So you take a nice chunk out of him, and Lepad, you are up.
All right, and I'm pretty close to Mr. Cleaver here. Yeah.
Yeah.
End of its turn. Oh, that's
Cool.
really
All right, well, I'm
good
going to
spell.
launch myself right at his face,
Okay.
and then I'm going to attempt to disarm, while on his face, I'm going to try to disarm him of his cleaver,
Okay. So you launch up onto his face.
hoping he's not immune to poison. That's the thought as I'm flying through the air.
Boy, I hope.
Oh, I hope it works.
He's not going to worry about. He's not really worried about anything, considering he's basically frozen, and you just see his eyes follow you as you start to try and climb up onto his face. And then, how are you disarming the cleaver?
So I imagine that I shoot across and land on his face, and
Sure.
while my little pads are stuck to his face, I use my hand pads to disarm the cleaver.
What do you do with your Yaquala?
I guess I put it behind me as wherever I stow it when I charge somebody. Right?
You tell me where you
I've
stow it.
stowed it
It's
wherever the stow
about as tall
spot
as you
is.
are, so.
Yeah, so the stow spot, I suppose.
Okay, I'll
scream
sure.
out,
Just hit him. And so you grab onto it with both hands. Roll me your athletics check to take it.
That would be a 9 plus 2.
It's plus 9
Well,
because of your strength.
okay, so 18 plus 2 be a 20 dirty.
Okay, so you get a 9.
Yes, and then I
That
have-
replaces your modifier. And if you are not proficient in strength, you're not adding anything else to it. So, I mean, are you proficient in the athletic skill?
Yes.
You're proficient.
Yes.
What's
I
your
have
modifier?
I have
Like,
it
what's
down,
the
and
what does
it's
it say right
plus
now?
2.
Okay. So then you grab on, you thrust forward, realizing that his grip is frozen in place, and start to feel his hand slowly open as you basically look like you're extending yourself, pushing forward on it with your feet now up on his shoulders, pushing, prying, and eventually you flop forward as it falls out onto the ground and you land on top of it. Luckily, the blade was not facing you.
No.
Good.
All right. Anything else you would like to do? You have.
Do I have to say that I'm grabbing it? Or like I
Well, you have it in your hands.
Okay, so I am equipped with it now. Yes. I just wanna-
Sure.
Okay. But I'd like to use my unarmed strike as a bonus.
Um,
Can I do that?
I will say that this is a special attack action. I'll let it fly this time at least. And
up to you.
you
It's up to
can,
me.
but you are currently prone, and you used about 15 movement and jump.
Okay. So. what
Give me
I
an
get to-
acrobatics check, and we'll see if you don't
Okay.
fall prone when you do
Fair.
this.
13.
Okay,
At
so
least.
you do manage to keep your footing, but you are too you're too involved with trying to like manage the weight of the cleaver
sense.
that you aren't able to
Yeah.
spin around and hit him yet. But you did relieve him of the cleaver.
Yeah, that was my.
Relieve the cleave.
So.
Cleaver reliever?
Well, okay. Yeah, okay. Patient defense. Can I spend a key point for that?
As a bonus action?
Yes.
Uh,
Or,
sh-
well, yeah, no, yeah, that is.
if
yeah.
you would like to use your bonus action for patient defense, you can do that.
Yes, I would do that.
Spell on it.
Okay.
Spend a key.
I'm never
and that
not taking that
takes
spell.
place
It's so
next
good.
turn when someone attacks me, right?
Yeah, so, well, patient defense should allow you to use the dodge action. Yeah?
Yeah.
And on the dodge action, you'll basically just
I
have
can dodge as a bonus on my next turn.
this turn. You're dodging until till the start of your next turn.
Okay, cool. Gotcha.
So if they do break out and they try and hit you, they have disadvantage.
Cool.
All right, so it is. Does a 15 break your?
It does.
Okay, so after you've taken this huge bite out of Tom Tom, and you're like kind of coiled, like you're basically hugging his bicep, and your tail is just whipping
Yeah,
back and
yeah,
forth.
uh-huh.
You start to hear a dull ow as his vocal cords loosen up, his body starts to loosen up, and he feels like he just turns and looks at you, kind of coiled onto it. Your eyes look up and meet him while you're.
Yeah. I freeze instantly, making eye contact with him because I know eye contact is polite.
Yes. So you know that's how I took it. Okay. So you start to. So you look and you're polite. And
And my little corners of my mouth go, kind of do that.
okay. So you reveal a couple more fangs, and he goes, "Oh, there's more!" And he goes to punch you in the face.
Okay, great.
Oh no.
So that's going to be a 25 to hit.
Lord, yes.
Okay.
This may hurt.
The second one is going to be a 24.
Yeah.
The third one?
And then he's going to try and grapple you for the third one, which will be a about a 30.
No, that actually doesn't hit.
Will you get to oppose the grapple?
Yeah, you can make an opposed athletics check or dexterity, whichever one you would like.
So, probably strength. Okay. Nope.
Okay. So that will be a. You'll get hit for 14 damage
Oh, okay.
as he puts the first fist in your face.
Uh-huh.
He'll slam into it again for 13 damage.
Okay.
And then he will snatch you by the back of your frills
Oh, no.
and yank you off.
Okay.
The blood from his biceps still dripping off of your teeth.
Uh-huh.
Your face still up in a wide smile.
Uh-huh.
And he's
Not
got,
breaking eye contact this whole time.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Yeah.
And he's still holding you up. You're making eye contact with him, and he's making eye contact with you.
Uh-huh.
And when he smiles, you can see that his mouth is also bloodied. So you guys are just smiling at each other with the blood
Right.
dripping.
Okay.
Next up, at the end of the turn. Whoop, where did that go? That's not gonna make it. Cleaver remains held.
Wow.
Yes.
What a dumb boy.
Eden,
Is the table still on fire?
table is still on fire.
Okay. I want to take my trident and wedge it under that cask of ale that I think is on fire.
Yeah, partially.
And I want to hork it over at Tum Tum right in the face where he's bleeding.
You're gonna try and launch this cast. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
This is good creativity.
I would like to.
Yeah.
Creativity.
So
I have 2 attacks. The other one will be-
Thank you. So you go to fork the barrel.
Yeah.
You put your trident underneath it. I'm gonna say you move yourself around to
Yep.
here and act as a catapult.
Correct.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna make me an acrobatics check,
Okay.
an athletics check,
Yeah.
and I will let you pick one of those to be an advantage because the other one is not. You have to tell me beforehand.
I want.
Because remember, one of your rolls has to be a disadvantage,
Well,
so it's going to
athletics
even
is
it out.
higher, so I want.
Whatever it is,
Yeah.
you just tell me before. So it's going to be an athletics check to get it wedged in there and start the toss, and the dexterity to aim it. So you can tell me if you want to take the advantage on the first one or the second one.
I'm gonna take it on the second one.
Okay.
16.
All right. And does that add your modifier into it
21.
as well? Okay, so you get the trident right under there. You launch it up into the air. Let's see how good your aim is.
What's the modifier in this one?
Your dexterity. It's your acrobatics. So there's a.
Oh, 8.
We also
Okay.
have advantage.
Advantage.
You have
So
advantage
you
on
get
that
to
one.
roll
You get to
it.
roll it
Oh.
twice.
Yes. Natural 20.
Okay. You fling it. It starts to rocket itself in the air. The glow of the fire flickers off of Yishnuk's eyes as he sees the barrel coming towards him over Tum Tum's shoulder, hurling closer. And you guys have noticed that the night seems to be rather cool for what would normally happen in such a humid city. The streets aren't even slick with that heavy dew that usually accompanies this time of morning in Chol, or in Port Anzaru. And you find yourselves digging through crates and smelling the incredible refuse in the nearby crates and bags, but also from the entire area of Mylar's throat. You locate the you guys locate the symbol of the sun, but also the snake. You have located the snake. You went to go pop the top open. You do in fact see some satchels.
Okay.
And there also seems to be something underneath the satchels. But you have only pried it open partially, so you can only see inside it.
I'll pry up the other side so that I can like lift up an entire side.
You would basically have to pry the thing off. Like the top has to come off
Okay.
because it's nailed, it's not hinged.
Okay. I will.
Okay. So you will use your strength check from before. You take your time to kind of move around the way. As you're starting to pry the rest of it off, you two gentlemen come over to report what you've seen and see the satchels in there inside the crate.
What is this?
It's. I mean, what does it look like? I'm like
Looks like
trying to
a
pry off more.
Satchels. We found some more Zent.
Is there anything in them?
It was empty.
Was there any remains of anything?
It was empty.
Okay.
You pry off the top,
Yeah.
and you were able to remove the lid. It kind of settles itself just a little bit there on top of the satchel. Is no longer nailed in, but not falling loose and clattering to the ground, allowing you to put away your crowbar and start to take off the top, setting it gently beside it. You can see that there's basically a layer of satchels over the top,
Okay.
and
I'll
if
pull them aside.
you start to slide them aside, you see that there are basically another layer of satchels.
Pull them aside. Wait, as I'm like pushing them aside, does it feel like there's anything in the satchels?
Absolutely. It does feel as though they are reinforced, as if it's a very strong leather material, a little stronger than what you would normally expect a satchel to have.
Okay.
Waterproof?
I'll yeah, I'll look in one of them just to see if like the heaviness is just from the leather or if there's something in there.
You go to open the satchel, you look down in it, you kind of like move things around a little bit. You don't really see anything. It just looks like there's a satchel.
Okay.
Roll me a investigation check.
My man.
Actually, this one will be perception.
God, why do you do this? Build me up. Oh, dang. 9.
Okay, what are you two doing?
I point to him and I say, keep an eye on the door.
I'm going to go outside the door because
We're outside.
it is.
You're already outside.
Oh,
We're out in
Cold
the alley.
dew, mist on the cobblestone streets, stuff like that.
oh,
We're out in the
got
alley.
it. Okay, we're out in the alley.
And I'm making sure that no one's coming down the alley. At the same time, she's looking, and I'm like, what did this guy bring this crate in? Is there a wagon?
Bless you.
Bless you. Or some sort of cart or something he carried this in? Or nothing there? Okay.
Nothing you see. You can roll me a perception check. If you're standing next to her, you can also roll me a perception check.
Come on, 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 come on.
It's not my forte.
This is not mine either.
That's why I let you look at things.
I know. Well, he almost let me investigate it.
You can make me a perception check.
I got a
Yes.
17.
Okay.
Oh, so much better.
Let's see. 15.
Okay. So you notice that there is as you're flipping around, there actually seems to be a symbol on the interior flap. A symbol that you also recall on the satchel are you carrying that one? So you pull that satchel over and you flip it back and you actually locate something you had not seen before. That's how we did it.
Okay.
You pull that back, you look at that, the satchel looks really familiar, there's actually the same symbol on that satchel.
And the symbol is anything in particular? Just like a mark
It
of some
seems
kind?
to be like some sort of mark. It does not have
I-
a specific thing, but you do notice that this one has the same mark as the one she has in her hand.
These might be maker's marks, and we got this satchel from the satchel shop.
Oh.
He's been known to traffic some things.
Has the symbol, do I recognize the symbol at all?
Nope, and it doesn't appear to be a thieves' cant that you recognize. You should, but now that he's pointed that out, you can give the thing another once-over, this time using investigation.
19 plus 8.
19 plus 8.
Yeah.
Okay. You so as you start to like look it over and you're like feeling the sides, you're like, there's got to be something more to this. You find that there's actually a hidden compartment in the bottom.
Oh.
As you peel back the hidden compartment, you find a leaf and a couple of vials of a mithril-looking paste. It is a silvery blue.
Think we should take this to Zendar.
You have to tell me what is going on. You just dragged me into an illegal activity right now.
You probably want to stay with us for a bit. We are working for the Port Authority on some smugglers, and we think we may have just found something.
Oh, okay.
Sorry that you're now involved in this.
Sorry, there was a vials of mithril paste.
We
and
will
what was the
talk
other
about
thing?
my involvement later.
There was a leaf?
Leaf.
That is not what I wanted.
But unless you are done, we need to get out of here now.
I agree. We should go.
I agree we should go. I'm taking a satchel
Are you grabbing the same satchel?
from the same crate.
Okay. So as you reach in, what are you doing? Are you grabbing a satchel or no?
No. I'm not grabbing a satchel because I don't think this is a good. Actually, no. I changed my mind. I am grabbing a satchel.
Okay. So,
Wow. So much happened in your head just then.
So, you
Yeah.
go to grab a satchel. As you're on the door and you guys are having this conversation, your perception check reveals the noise, a moving about inside the doorway, like inside that room. When you pull the satchel back, you see, and as he grabs over and snatches the satchel too, you see that there seems to be some fruit in the bottom of, like underneath that next layer.
So
Rule of threes.
yeah, just peel off the third layer and grab one of the. Are they the big fruit?
It is a large peach strawberry looking
Looking
kind
kind
of
of
I slap
fruit.
it out of your hand.
No,
Do not put that back. Do not eat that.
I don't.
Why are you taking it then?
Evidence.
Okay, just don't let anybody eat that.
Do you want me to hold on to it?
I slide it into my satchel.
What
Thank
is
you.
this? And I grab one of the fruit.
It's don't eat it. Don't eat it. Don't eat it.
I'm not
don't
planning
eat it.
to eat it. I
Okay,
want to know what
great.
this
Let's
is.
Pretend
go.
it's poison.
You can make a nature check.
Let's
Right.
go.
14.
Okay, you don't know what it is. Even having quite a bit of experience here, you don't know exactly what it is.
Is that one of those addictive leaves?
There's what?
I'm wondering if it's medicine or something that you found when you pulled that out of the satchel.
The leaf? I don't know.
You can make me.
Me?
I will let you make a nature or a history check, but for you, I believe it's history's
History's
probably gonna
way
be
better. Yeah.
She's all about the history.
And that one.
Aw,
I don't know what that is.
she was sleeping that day.
Okay, so I guess you
that
had
looks like
not.
the stuff I used to smoke.
Yes.
You feel me, Winku?
The stuff we found in that one hookah place.
Okay.
Which port was that in that you two were canoodling in a hookah
Silvery
place?
Moon, probably.
Canoodling.
Now that we have taken the things, can we go now?
Yes,
Yes.
please, let's go.
Let's go quickly and quietly.
I kind of like try to push the lid back on as much as I can without actually nailing it shut and then skedaddle.
Okay. Roll me a percentile.
Okay.
Keep an eye out for the hooks.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. 68.
68? You guys start to head around the corner here, back towards the street. You pass a beggar and his bed, but are turning around the corner as he asks you for a little bit of change.
Oh.
Do you have anything for an old man?
Yeah, I'll fling him a gold.
Whoa!
Have a good day, my dude.
You can see him put it into a like he is wearing a vest, but it's like mothy and stuff like that. He goes to put it in, and it just absentmindly rolls out of a
Falls
little
out.
pocket down there.
Tink, tink, tink.
Aw.
You drop
And what?
that. You drop that.
Oh yes. And he reaches down, picks it up, and puts it back in the same pocket. And you guys, are you stopping to continue talking?
Nope.
Okay.
I give him this look. I go, we were not here.
He goes, what? And you guys disappear into the night, heading back towards Zindar's.
No, we were going to go meet them at the.
We need
the
to
entrance
we need to
Cen-
try to meet up with
Yeah,
them.
We're supposed to
Okay.
meet up with them at the entrance to Mylar's throat in about 20 minutes.
You don't know what time it is.
We don't know what time they're at.
But the amount of time, it was at least 30 minutes, and I think you guys had said like an hour or
Yeah, we
something.
said no.
Okay.
It's time enough.
I think we said an hour and a half.
I'm pretty sure we said
No,
like
your
3
fight's not
hours.
taking that long.
We are efficient.
Except for that 20 minutes moving the unconscious guy.
Oh no, that's right.
We were
We've
so
taken an
inefficient
hour.
with that. Just
Take your time.
should have just wrapped him up in a rug.
Where is that thing? And did you show the other leaf to anybody else? Like the little
The leaf in the vial?
the little
He-
flower
He saw the leaf that was at the bottom of the thing.
that was on the
Oh, you mean the symbol?
yeah, that was underneath the thing. No, there was a vial.
Yeah.
And there
Two
was a
vials
leaf.
and a leaf.
Yeah, he saw them.
Okay. Did-
We've both seen them.
Okay. You've traded in rare things, so I will give you the opportunity to make a history check. There's no way you would know this nature-wise.
No. They're about the same.
No way.
They're both
Okay.
the same.
Okay.
I got 13.
Not high enough.
Yeah.
All right, so we move back into the next round here. As Lepad has turned around, is holding the cleaver. It takes both your hands to hold, and you were trying to like dance back and forth in front of Cleaver, who's just watching you with his eyes, unable to move. As you are held up by the the trills of the back of your neck, and a cask goes flying toward. And you had gotten a, I think. Oh, you
I
crit.
I got a crit.
Roll me a d20.
Okay. 3.
Oh, that's so bad.
Well,
What's your
the
strength
crit
modifier?
should count for something. +5.
Okay, so you can roll it one more time.
Okay.
I'm rolling for damage.
Oh wait, damage.
Nope. No. Roll what I tell you to. Don't listen to anybody else. Nobody
Okay.
else talk.
Yes. 10.
Okay, so that's 13 plus your 5 gives you 18. This smashes over his head, and the remaining alcohol in it starts to run down his body. You can roll me another d4.
Okay.
Yishnak, make me a strength saving throw to drop out of his grip.
Okay.
Or actually, this will be an athletics check or
Oh.
dexterity check. I'll let you use whichever one.
Strength is the highest one.
Okay.
11.
Okay, you're not going to break out of his grip, so he's holding you.
Yeah. That means I can't move, right?
Yeah, it means that your movement speed is 0.
Uh-huh.
It also means that this barrel, as it hits him in the back and starts to just like splinter everywhere, the alcohol also spreads to you, and you can see the flames starting to run across his arm towards you.
Cool. Great.
On your
Loved it.
turn, we'll give you an opportunity to do a thing, but
Okay.
we're going to finish this up
Great.
first.
Super useful turn.
What did you get on your...
I got a 1.
A 1. Okay. So what has happened is you have set him on fire. He will take an 1d4 on your turn until he puts it out.
Okay.
Well, we'll say on this turn, and we'll say at the beginning of each of his turns until he puts it out.
Okay.
So you did 13 plus 8 is 18, plus 1 is 19 total damage
Yes.
to him.
You're like wailing on that guy. Still up?
Well, I just think he has the lowest HP right now, so I'm going for
Oh
it.
no, I wasn't saying it was a bad idea. I'm just saying like after all that he's taken a lot.
up.
Yeah. Well, kinda scary.
So on fire, you start to hear, and almost silence from the other side, except for the tongue of Lepad flapping back and forth as he is sticking his tongue out at this immobile creature trying to taunt Cleaver.
Can I wait? That was my first move. Can I have another attack?
That was a special
Okay.
attack and took quite a bit of effort. We're going to say that's it. I gave you D20s on that.
That's what's known as a cinematic strike.
I just thought you would like the creativity.
I did. I gave you
good.
advantage on multiple things.
Advantages
Set him on
and 2d20.
fire.
God.
Awesome.
What does a guy have to? What does a DM have to do to be appreciated around here?
Ah, that's good.
You know what? This is elucidating a lot of things in my life.
Lepad,
Yes.
it is your turn, Mr. Floppy Tongue Guy.
Okay. Well, with my current strength, I feel like I could like one-hand this cleaver thing.
It's as big as you are.
Yeah, but I have the strength.
It
of
didn't turn you
29.
into a giant.
No, but I have the strength of a giant. No.
Fine. You want to roll it?
I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm just
Do it.
cinematically.
Do whatever you
no,
think
it really
you-
doesn't
do
matter.
it.
No, it's fine.
If you want to hit him with it, try.
Yeah. Well, no. I do.
Okay.
I was gonna attack him back.
This is a heavy weapon. It does not matter what your strength is. For something your size, it is going to be disadvantage for you to attack. So go ahead and make your attack.
But you have
Oh.
advantage on him because he's paralyzed.
Yep,
So
so it
neutralize.
will
So
neutralize
just kind
itself.
of okay. Well, I'm gonna attack him with his own cleaver.
Go for it.
Auto crit if you can hit.
Yeah,
It
if you can
does.
hit, this is auto crit.
What is it to hit with? Like, does that?
What
add
did you
anything?
get?
Or, well, I got a 4,
Plus 9.
Yeah, plus your 9 for strength.
so I guess that's a 13.
I doubt you're
That.
proficient in heavy weapons.
I
You
doubt it, too.
you drag the thing over and you try and swing the blade. It moves like it ends up going flat and picking up wind resistance as it thumps to the other ground. You do have an extra attack. You can
Yeah,
swing
oh,
it
yeah.
again.
No, I'm
No,
gonna
wait.
act like I meant to.
Oh wait, you don't because
Well,
you're
'cause I
you're
have
not
the unarmed
playing.
strike. No?
You're not playing the other one yet. You only have 3 monk levels. 4. You have 4 monk levels. You
But I
haven't
still have an
leveled yet.
unarmed strike as a bonus, or like.
You're not using a monk weapon, therefore you cannot use martial arts.
Oh, that's okay. That would have been good to know. All right.
You
Well,
guys
you know.
are very dumb at fight.
This is the second monk that you're playing.
Yeah. No, it's good. I'm learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lepad is done. Our friend here, you can roll me a d4 for his damage on the fire that is arcing over his body, reaching its way out to Yishna.
It's a 3.
It's a 3. He takes 3 more damage. And there are apparently a lot of flies and stuff in here during the fight.
They're attracted to all the spilled fruit.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is fair. Back onto the fight. So you see the fire kind of like he starts to reach around like that, and then Yishnak, as the flames are coming across his hand, both of your eyes are following the flame until he just kind of looks at you, and your eyes follow back to the center with him, and you can see his pupils just go like take up the entirety of his eyes.
Yeah.
And his grip seems to get tighter. His face turns red as the rest of his musculature becomes pretty much as vascular as you would expect. And he starts to grow. However, you're on fire, and he just turns with you and in hand,
Right.
and looks at the young woman that has the. Are you still wearing your cloak, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've got he's got Yishnak by like he's like swinging him around like that. You can turn, and as he turns around, you notice that his eyes that used to have some white in them no longer do, and he sees you standing there with your trident basically like down, and you're huffing and puffing as you've just flung this barrel at him, and he moves towards you and swings Yishnak at you.
If he has to pass me, do I get an attack of opportunity?
Nope, he's still within 5 feet of you.
Okay.
Good question.
It is a good question.
I am learning.
So I'm going to say that this would be an improvised weapon.
I would think so, unless someone's training with opponents, but grapplers might be.
Yeah. So the first attack is only going to be a 14. Does that hit?
Your AC.
It's
Yes.
a 14.
Okay. So the first attack is going to only be a 9 damage as he swings across you with Yishnak, one of his legs flailing out and kicking you across the face. Before you're able,
like sounds.
before you're able to look back, like basically as soon as you come back into view out of your peripheral, comes Yishnak again. This one is going to be a 16 to hit, which will. That one is going to be an 11.
So I have no opportunity to dodge this?
You are
It's-
under
It's
18.
your
It's
AC,
your
yeah.
AC.
Okay.
And finally, Yishnak comes flying once more at you for a 24.
I'm dead.
No, 24 to
it's-
hit.
it's a hit.
I'm always going to say, I'm always going to tell you what the hit is and then the damage. So the next one is going to be for 11 damage.
I'm alive.
That's good. That's one step closer. I think Yishnok. No, Eden, you're up. Sorry, Yishnok.
So what does he look like right now?
He looks like a large Goliath who is hulking out. He is on fire. And basically, he's flailing a lizard man around in front of you. And he has basically ragdolled you in the face with this lizard man twice.
Cool. Does he have any vulnerabilities?
I mean, you stabbed him and you
Yeah.
put him on fire.
I did. It seemed to make him stronger, though.
Yeah, I don't know what other way you would have to assess a vulnerability outside of the fact that you've hurt him.
Uh-huh.
I'll bet his vulnerability is like talking, and that would have avoided the fight in the first place.
Beer.
And yet here we
His
are.
vulnerability is beer. Buy him a beer.
So,
He's covered in beer.
well, I need things, guys. I need what you're gonna do.
I'm gonna hit him where I hit him before in the knee again.
Okay, you go after.
I'm really nailing
love
that,
those
wailing on
knees.
that knee.
Yeah.
I want it to be damaged so he stops walking.
Okay.
Okay. So 21 to hit.
All right, that hits.
16.
16 damage. Okay,
Nice.
Yeah.
Go ahead with your
you
next
got more-
attack.
You got more attacks.
Yep.
So you roll a d20 to hit. See if you hit.
Ooh. That's a 15 to hit.
That will just barely miss.
Okay. And my last up thing has to be hand crossbow?
Yep. Or you
Okay.
don't get it.
Hand crossbow, it is. To the knee. 15.
That's also just gonna miss.
Okay.
So you make your after being smacked silly with a lizard tail, you are dazed enough that you can make one stab focused at his knee. You tear away some of the flesh, and then and you see him falter a little bit. But your second attempt, and even trying to fire the crossbow into his kneecap, does not go as planned. And he stays on his feet. But he does look a little unstable on his knee. I can appreciate what you're trying to go for here. Usually it's not a thing, but we'll make it a thing. Yishnok, you're up.
Okay.
no.
Can I use, because inflict wounds is a touch attack, am I able to just grab?
Absolutely.
Okay, I would like to do that.
I will give you advantage
Okay.
On this
Because
because
he's literally holding me.
he's literally holding you, and I feel like even though you're getting flung around,
Yeah.
and technically it's not supposed to be advantage,
Uh-huh.
I feel like he's not paying attention to you,
Uh-huh.
and your hands would naturally go to whatever it was that was holding on to you.
Sure, sure.
So I'll give you that a go.
Okay. All right. So this is gonna be +7. That's cocked. It would have been a 16 or an 18.
Was it
but
cocked, Kyle?
It was. It was good. Good
was
rolls on either
rolls.
one.
19
It's
for the
kinda sad.
first one.
All right, that'll hit.
and- But yeah, so that's okay.
I think it's only the one because you're casting the spell.
He was checking for
For
advantage
advantage.
for it.
Oh,
Yeah, because you get
Gotcha.
advantage. So inflict 3d10. Okay, actually casting the higher level, but so that's 8 plus 3 plus 3, so 14. I think it's plus my wisdom mod too.
Spellcasting modifier.
Yeah, plus 4. So
18.
18.
okay. So you reach up, you snag on with one claw, and then you're like able to get the other one back, and you just concentrate, calling out to your egg. Egg.
That's my word whenever I want to cast anything. I say egg.
I'm sure that's like probably how you started or finish it, but
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
a prayer in there
There's
somewhere.
a prayer in there somewhere.
And you claw on, you hold, you start to And you see that the veins in his body start to bulge even more to the point where they feel like they might actually explode. And they ripple out from his arm that you're holding onto down into his body, and then down feels like it's encompassing him, and his knee blows out.
Yeah.
Nice.
Persistence.
And he passes out from the pain, landing face first in the dirt.
On me.
No, his arm goes out wide, and you slam into the ground next to him at Eden's feet, and he passes out from the pain. The fire's still eating up on his clothing and flesh.
Do I have a move action still?
You do,
Okay. Can I get up? And just,
yes, and it's good you did because that was gonna get on you.
yeah. Yeah. Back away.
How far? Where are you going?
I'm just gonna take like a step back from him.
Okay.
Am I like look am I on fire at all?
You glance back and forth,
Yeah.
checking to see, and you're like, nope, you're fine.
Okay. Oh, good. Okay.
Good.
Now this one.
And that's the end of your turn.
Yes.
Let's see what happens here.
God, please. Oh, well. Yep. That's
Y'all, I'm
why
almost
they're
dead.
bad at fight.
Nothing happens as Cleaver remains motionless.
Amazing. Yes.
The eyes now sizing up the three combatants and his help now on the floor, burning,
Alive.
his flesh burning along with the apples nearby.
Brandy flaming apples.
Delicious. No time for
I
eating.
can't believe we actually have a chance at beating this guy. We're gonna get our butts kicked.
Well, he gets the first two chances here. This one is going to be a 15 wisdom. Does that one hit?
Yes.
Okay, so you can see that his muscles start to loosen as the effect starts to wear off. However, that basically takes up his turn to do. And Lepad, you're up.
Okay.
You are holding this massive cleaver,
Yes.
and it wobbles steadily above you.
I want to. It would take my action to fling it across the room, correct? Away from him.
To fling it away from him?
Yeah.
If you were going to try and toss it with a distance on it, yes, it would take your action to toss it away.
You could give it to us.
But I will say that would count as a ranged attack, in which case you would still get, you could still use your bonus action as a thing, as your martial arts.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that then.
Okay.
I'll try to fling it to the furthest corner away from him.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
That's 17 plus 9.
Okay, so either way, you're gonna fling it, and it goes woof, woof, woof through the air, plinking against the wall over
Like
there
stick
and
in the
dropping.
wall, all cool and dramatic.
Sure. It hits the wall. All cool and dramatic, and you spin around with a flipper, I'm assuming, for a kick.
Yes. Can I move at any point in this?
Sure.
Could I because I want to use Fury of Blows, so could I get behind him for sneak attack damage at this point?
No.
Okay.
Behind is not a thing.
Okay. All right. Sure. So okay. Well, then I'm just going.
The idea is basically that like you're locked in combat with him, and so if you go to move, he's not going to stand there and let you
No, I
stand
got
behind him.
you. Yeah. Makes sense. Okay. So yes, flipper coming at him. That would be 17 plus 7. I'm assuming that hits to hit.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then
it'll
so that's
be-
an unarmed strike. So
which should be a D4 for you,
4,
and you'll get to add your strength modifier to
which
that.
would be 9, right? Wow. So 4 plus 9.
Nice. Pretty good.
Boom. And then I'm going to spend a key point to do Fury of Blows.
Okay, so that would only give you one more attack on that. You just use your martial arts to do your bonus with your bonus action to hit. So if you do the other one, it makes it 2 hits instead of 1.
Okay, so if I use Fury of Blows, I only get an extra attack.
You get 1 extra attack on your martial arts like bonus action.
Okay, but I also get the disengage thing. right? So I
For
could-
you, when a drunken master does that, yes, you
yeah.
get the
So
disengage.
it would be advantageous if I do that and get behind him. You said there's no behind, but I mean, I don't know.
You
I
can
guess
get
it doesn't really
away
matter.
from him.
Yeah.
You also
Yeah,
don't
I'll do
need to
that.
disengage to move around him. You can
Okay.
move anywhere as long as you are still what would be like base to base.
Okay.
So as long as you're still in an adjacent tile, it doesn't matter.
All right. Well, I'll still use the Fury of Blows.
Okay,
So-
but disengage does allow you to walk away from him without getting hit.
Right. Okay. Cool. So that is 8 plus 7. It's a martial arts attack, right? So
Yep.
it would be 14 to hit.
That is not going to hit, but you do still get to use the bonus action, or you still get to use your disengage.
Okay, so I'll pop over here.
Where?
Like, you know,
Against the
like,
wall?
Yeah, on the sand a little bit, like that way. Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Flanking it.
That works
yeah,
good.
You know, whatever.
Okay. Yishnak, your turn.
Okay. Oh boy. Can I tell that he's not paralyzed anymore?
Yeah.
Oh boy. I'm gonna pray so hard to Egg to paralyze him again.
Oh, come on, Egg.
Please, Egg. I'm gonna cast Hold Person on him. This is my last spell slot for second level too. So. Yeah, that's gonna be. He has to save versus wisdom save.
What's the save I'm looking
15.
for? He is going to get a 14.
Egg.
I'm double checking all of the stats, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be the case.
It's incredible.
I say, don't go anywhere.
So just as he starts to turn to follow Lepad, you in mid-turn you finish the words of your prayer, Ig, and his muscles start to tense up again,
God, he must be
and
so
he
frustrated.
stops, and you hear him start to growl, and it goes silent as his vocal cords seize. Anything else you'd like to do?
I can't.
You've used your bonus action thing. I think you have to have
Yeah,
at least a
that's-
short rest between that.
That's really it. Yeah.
Anything else? Nope. Okay.
Bite would've been cool.
Yeah, it would have been cool, but I can't.
Eden,
Yes.
your turn.
Since I couldn't find something, I will attack.
Okay. You want to rush up into his face and attack?
Sure.
All right.
You have
So
advantage on
you have
this.
advantage, and as long as you hit, it'll be a crit.
Okay. $22.
That hits, so this
Yeah.
is a crit. So that means you're going to roll the 2d8.
6. 4.
Okay, so it's 10 plus your bonus damage, which I think is another 10, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so that's 20 damage, and you get your
Damn.
second attack.
Hell yeah.
He's also.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
It's okay. You can roll the d8s with it, so that you're...
14
Well, plus, yeah. Hold up.
plus
25.
25 to hit.
25.
Okay, so that'll hit. It'll be an automatic crit. You
Okay.
can roll 2d8.
6.
Ooh, that's
4. Again.
Another 20.
That's another
Another
20.
20.
All right. You slam the trident into
Wow.
the very stationary
really hard.
creature, and this time you stop and line up the crossbow.
For once. It would be so sweet if this thing could land once. Oh.
Advantage.
You have advantage though.
Yeah,
I-
can
You have
roll-
advantage,
Okay.
and remember, you're not adding your the attack. You have a crossbow specific thing because
Yeah,
it's
the
not
5
a
to it.
That's 20 to hit.
20 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a crit, and that'll be 2d6. So go ahead and grab both.
6.
Okay,
Eight.
and add your dexterity modifier to that one,
Dexterity.
which it should be. The bonus
2.
damage should be there, so it's just that you just.
So it's an 8 total.
Okay. Sorry. Double
No,
check
no.
real fast that you get the that you have 2 weapon fighting for the.
Just rolled a 6 and a
You
2.
rolled a-
Right. Look at the
Yeah.
bonus damage.
Next to crossbow.
Right there.
2.
Yeah.
Plus 2.
2. Okay, great. So you get so you had a 6 and a
2 and a 2.
2 and a 2.
Yeah.
Plus 10.
Okay. So that'll be 10 damage. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So you make you put a lot of hurt.
50
So that's
damage.
50
to him.
damage.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Yes.
which
Hell
I think
yeah.
is the high for the campaign so far.
I think so. Except for exploding
This is
grunt.
the
Nice.
second fight.
Don't call it the manager for nothing.
Oh, please
Gonna
heal me
manage
after
his
this.
pain.
Now
During this.
you can start to hear the rumble inside Cleaver as the pain wells up, and the first round that they have goes, and the second one is going to be not enough to break the
My
That's
God.
right.
Oh, God.
Everybody watching this fight must be so irritated.
Boring.
Kill a guy.
Hey, I mean, he just breathed fire all over that table. That was pretty
true.
cool. They proceeded to do nothing.
And then stood there.
No,
well,
he still has a chance.
That's true.
Damn.
doesn't make the next save. Lepad, you're up.
Ooh, well, you know I'm jumping on that guy, attacking.
Wail on
Like,
him.
coming in hot.
You launch in, going to attack with
Do
your
I get
koala.
sneak attack since?
You will get sneak attack because
Yeah.
she is within 5
and
feet.
it's also advantage, right?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Well,
And
so
it's a
that's 14 plus 7.
That's going to hit.
Okay.
So you get to roll
Tell me.
4d6, and then an extra. Your koala is a d6, so that's is a d6. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 2 more d6.
It's a 66.
I need one more. Oh no, I got
You
it.
got it.
Yep. There we go.
Okay.
Boy.
Oh,
No.
all high. All high. All right. So 6. Okay. All right. So 6 plus 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17
Plus 9.
plus 9. This guy's getting the poke.
Yeah. Anything else you want to do? You,
Yeah, I'm going to use my unarmed strike.
All right, do it.
That's a crit.
Cool. It's a crit anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
So roll your d4s. You get
so
2d4.
2d4s. Okay. I only have 2. Yeah. 1 and 3, so that's 4.
Plus
Plus
your 9 for the strength.
Yeah. So
13.
and then you know what? I'm gonna Fury of Blows this guy.
Wow.
For another key
Yeah.
point.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
What-
wailing on this dude.
So that's at least 3 key point now for this encounter. So you guys haven't had a rest in a long time. So you haven't used any other key points the entire time we've been playing.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Been
Then
waiting
that
for
is
just
your
this
third?
moment for all my life.
That's your third. You have one more left
Yep.
after that.
I'm gonna go to sleep after
Wow.
this.
We've got a bars to go to.
So do I have to roll to hit for that one?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You are at advantage, though.
Well, that's a 1, but
That is automatically gonna fail.
just- oh,
Go give me
is
one,
it?
give me one
Okay.
more. But if you don't,
well, 14 that time.
all right. So that will hit, and it is still a crit. So it's another 2d4
Okay.
plus your 9.
That would be 4 plus 9, so
13.
13. Ooh, how,
Oh, wait,
how
roll
much
4.
was that
Yeah, 4 plus
altogether?
I'll tell you in 1 second.
I can tell you.
We're not supposed to listen to you.
Zing.
Right.
I was told
So
not
that
to listen to you.
was 52 damage. You edged out her attack
Wow.
by 2 damage.
Did
The big
it.
bad, the bad.
Damn.
I am cool with that.
Y'all are crushing.
I say something like, "You thought you were the Cleaver." Yeah, well, I'm just,
The Cleaver.
wailing on the back of this paralyzed dragon man.
Yeah.
Like a good grung.
Oh yeah.
So I only have 2 level 3s and 3 level
This
1s
guy's
left.
not dead yet. Like I don't even know. That's insane.
I mean, he is.
So your attack, as you drive, tell me how you put him down.
all right. So yes. Okay. So
What does
he's-
this look like?
He's got his back to me, so I run.
If you defy physics, I will take it away from you.
Does it doing a backflip midair, or no, a front flip midair defy physics?
No, it's fine by me because
Sweet.
you're a frog.
Okay, so I jump, do the front flip and gain momentum with the Yuqual and like come down on his head. And then I'm assuming he falls down a little bit, and then I do this spinning kick. He gets like a couple flippers to the face, and then I just wait for a second. I'm like, ah! And I just like, go for the heart, Bruce Lee
Okay.
style.
So you come down, you launch into your front flip, coming down with the Yaquala
Well,
on this paralyzed creature.
I let him stare at me for a
Yeah,
second.
no, he's watching, his eyes follow you up in the air. He can't make any movement with his face, he can't do anything like that. You come down on the top of his skull, splitting the horned ridge apart, knocking, feeling the Yaquala slide into his skull. You place, you let it stay there as you drop to the ground, do a roundhouse kick at one of his knees. Paralyzed, he drops immediately to eye level with you. You draw back and slam your little froggy fist into his chest. You said I'm going for the heart, so is this getting finished here? As you are you going into?
I got to use this storm giant stream, so I'm going for the heart.
It happens.
out his heart.
You have the
I
storm.
pull it
giant.
out.
Okay. You reach in. You feel your hand move through the warmth inside, passing
All the squishy parts.
where all the squishy parts are. You can feel it start to flood with even warmer liquid as the chest bones, all of the ribs, cave in with you, piercing the heart, letting the blood run down your arm, and you start to yank. You are so ecstatic that you only end up ripping out half, leaving a good portion of the vascular space just torn in half, and part of the heart sitting out of the gaping wound of the frog fist. Pull it back.
And before he's dead,
Yeah,
What are we supposed to?
you
I
bite it.
I just take a big bite and just chew it slowly and stare him in the eyes.
I don't see a negative to killing this guy.
Were we gonna question him?
Why this guy?
Oh, yeah, what?
I don't think this guy
Does he
knows
know
that.
anything?
There's no
I thought
questioning
we
this
did.
guy. I'll tell you that much.
Well, it's not happening now.
I don't think it was gonna happen.
Any energy that was in his muscles, any amount of constriction that was still there from the hold seems to fade away as his life leaves his body. The heart making its final shudders, not able to actually open or close as none of the muscles continue to work, while your little froggy teeth sink into it, running down your arm over the band that you wear to signify that you are a guest in this city.
Before he dies, I'm like, I spit it out and be like, "You taste like crap."
My
I
God.
dive on the piece that he
You
discarded and
weren't supposed to
immediately
kill
devour it very quickly.
Oh my god.
And and he jumps down and starts to do it. The entire place is in utter silence and disbelief. You now notice, as your strength doesn't fade because you have it for an hour, so
Yeah.
now you start to notice that the people that were around the sides, including the bartender and announcer, had already started to brush off, like to run sand over the gentleman that was laying face first and burning, and started to put him out and like kind of pat him. And you see them going into care.
where this is
They bring
going.
somebody over and start to heal him, turning him back over. His eyes flutter open, and you just hear him go, "Mom, it's Tum Tum." And they're like, shh, 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 shh. Just rest. And we go to break.
Oh my god.
Why did
Thank you guys for coming and hanging out. We have some stuff to give away that we will just give away. You don't even have to type in a raffle. It's just for you being awesome. Unless, of course, you have some more coffee to give away or anything.
I do not this week. I'm sorry.
Not this week. But we're going to go ahead and go to break, let everybody take a little restroom break, and come in here and see what happens now.
Did you have to eat his heart?
It happens.
It would be a missed opportunity if I did.
Oh.
Yep. Okay, guys. Everybody take a tinkle, do whatever you can.
I was an island before you came. On my shores you were tamed. Tamed. Wandering eyes wander no more. Senses numbed to enticing lures. I don't see them anymore. I brought the wood and you the matches. The flames went up so fast around us. I was an island before you came. On my shores you were I could love you like I loved them. This is different. We've seen the end. We've seen it coming. My hands, they've got something my hands are holding
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Fury's Fate, where we rip the heart out of something at least once a season, because it wouldn't be Tomb of Annihilation or Chult without that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, shame on you. But thanks for coming now. You'll get bonus points. Like this code for a free Idle Champions chest. The code, I feel like this is like Ovaltine. The code is counterclockwise. If you put counterclockwise into the redeem code space inside your Idle Champions game, you will get a free chest. For those of you who are observant and paying attention, you saw me type in the raffle thing, even after saying that you didn't need to raffle for this. And that's because you don't. You need to raffle for the other things that I'm about to give you. Right?
Swag.
Thank you, Malagar01, for the subbing and all the other subs that we've gotten during.
Thanks, Malgar.
Yeah.
Thank you, subscribers.
Thanks. Oh, jeez, thank you.
Oh, jeez.
So I'm going to draw 2 winners for Neverwinter chests as well. First winner is Max Rancor.
That's a cool name.
It is a pretty cool name, yeah. And second winner is Tiberon. Yeah, it's not Tiberian. Tiberon _ sect with SE2K.
Congratulations.
So all you have to do is send me a message if you were one of those Neverwinter winners, and I will get you a free code for some chests. Where we left off, one group of our intrepid adventurers, the most inconspicuous of our 6, found a shipment of satchels and a very specific fruit that 2 of the party members recognized and are making their way back. All 3 in the trio are making their way back to the gate of Mylar's throat, waiting for the other half of their group to return with more information from the other bar, since the party split to go take care of these things. Unbeknownst to them, in the other bar, our secondary trio of less inconspicuous people make their presence known by entering into a fight in an underground little fighting pit inside one of the bars, and proceed to set one guy on fire and rip the heart out of the undefeated champion, a half-red dragon, or red half-dragon. They do weird things with the hyphens in these. That was named Cleaver, who currently has his cleaver sticking in the wall from where the little grung threw it. So, let's leave you guys where you are for the moment. As you are waiting beside Mylar's gate, the minutes continuing to tick by as you completed your portion in far less than what you expected, less than what the agreed upon time would be, and now now you are starting to count the minutes since the bells that just chimed a few minutes ago. I believe that chime was for 2 a.m. If I recall, it was either midnight
right.
or 2 a.m.
2
but-
bells.
Yeah. So 2 bells had gone by, and now, by your best guesstimation, you are somewhere 10 to 15 minutes past, and your secondary trio has failed to rendezvous. You are standing In the alley, there are next to the gate on the outside of town portion, and there are guards patrolling back and forth, making sure everything stays safe. And you guys are just hanging out, waiting where you said you would.
What was the plan if they didn't ever show up?
The plan was to track them down, I believe.
Right.
So.
Do
I
we
guess
remember where they decided to go to?
They were going to the flail and the snail.
Then why don't we go there? Because this is too late now.
Yes, they're far too late.
Also, when we are done, I need an explanation of all of this so I know what I have gotten into.
Yeah,
Yes.
just not when we're in fishhook territory.
No.
Should we go to the bar to find them, or do we go to Zindar's?
If they have more information, we should go to Zindar with as much information as we can,
I agree.
right?
I would hope that we don't have to do any kind of rescue when we go to find them at the bar,
I mean,
but we should go.
okay, let's go.
Okay, so as you two start to walk out into, make your way out, satchels slung, you start to head towards the gate. You're following behind them, or are you disappearing into the shadows? What are you doing?
I am going to disappear into the shadows.
Ho ho.
Okay. So you two can give me a perception check, and you can give me a stealth check.
All right? Oh,
9.
not too stealthy. right now.
She didn't make a very good perception check. What did you get?
7.
14.
7? Mm-hmm. Okay. So as you guys start to walk out, you turn around to look for your third and realize that he's just kind of standing there waiting. His eyes are kind of wide, and you can see that he's kind of holding on tightly to the satchel that is slung over his shoulder.
What's going on, buddy?
Come on. It's really not safe for you now.
Well, I also used to live here.
It's good, but there are now some disreputable people who will be looking for you. It's probably safest if you stick with us.
Yes, but I have barely met you, and all of this stuff is happening right now. So,
Yes.
can you give me some assurance of what is happening before I go along with you and something worse happens?
Yes. I can give you the assurance that yes, we are working for the Port Authority and we are investigating this smuggling ring. And you've been most helpful and we appreciate it. And if you come along with us, I'm sure there'll be some sort of pay due to you. If you don't come with us, it'll be very hard to gain any money for you. I mean, we have not threatened you yet.
Yes, there is one problem that you have not considered. We have these things that are on us, and there are guards everywhere.
Yes.
How do you not know that they will not stop us from moving anywhere right now?
Why would they stop us from walking down the street?
Well,
If we don't look suspicious, we're just people walking down the street.
Where are you going? Because you took one of those satchels, and I'm a little concerned that you're now trying to split up with us now that you have something. So why don't you give us an assurance back?
okay. So how about this? As we walk and talk, you will explain to me what is happening, and I will not leave you.
But we don't get to find out anything about you.
Yeah.
You can come with us or not.
Yeah, I'm good. If you got somewhere to be.
I will come with you, but I will have required explanation.
I'm more than willing to share information.
Just watch out for fish hooks.
We're already past that.
Okay. So
Right.
now what are you guys doing?
We're gonna walk
We're
toward the
gonna
flail
head
and the snail.
towards the Colosseum and the flail and snail.
All right. So you guys cross up and make your way towards the gate. The guards that are there stop you. Hi.
Hi.
Aye.
It's late. How are you? How are you doing?
We're doing good. We just
There's
we have
not-
some friends we're looking for.
Yeah, it's a long night. Do you have your credentials or anything?
Yes.
Whatever credentials we would normally carry on
There was
us.
another time where we were asked for this, and it was agreed upon that yes, we have them.
Oh, okay. I see. You're here visiting. Visiting. He looks at yours over. And, okay. All right. So just bags you're carrying, put them over here on the side, and we'll do a quick search and have you on your way.
There you go.
Okay.
Roll me an intelligence check.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
20.
All
30.
right. Dirty 20? So what do you got total? Just
15 and a 5.
okay.
Plus
gotcha.
5 on my int.
All right. So you you remembered to shut the compartment.
The hidden compartment. Oh, was that
Good job,
nice?
past me. Great.
And you can see that he's taking a little bit of time in there, noticing that these satchels, all three of them, seem to have something of like a heavier build than most, despite being all three empty. Except, where's the fruit that you had stashed?
In the magic satchel.
In your magic satchel, the one
Yeah.
that you have for the other thing? Okay.
Because
No magic satchel.
Yeah.
The other satchel that he got was specially made to be a satchel of holding.
I see.
Yes. So you guys, they hand you back the satchels, and you have no idea how close you came.
Great.
I have an idea.
You continue on your way
Okay.
to the flail and snail. It will take you about probably 10 to 15 minutes to walk there.
Okay.
The eerie silence in this once boisterous bar seems to set you a little on edge, especially you, as the Zentarum friend of yours walks a little bit closer to you and says, "So, did I misspeak? I like the whole like fight to the death thing. I don't think I like ever said that. In fact, I'm recalling that I said quite the opposite of that.
I don't disagree with you.
Okay. And the grung that is now standing on top of the body of Cleaver, with his arms stretched out in the air for the last 5 or so minutes, going.
It's been an uncomfortable amount of time.
Did I'm just kind of at a loss here as to why he thought that might be all right.
Does this happen often in the sand pit?
No. We pretty much don't do any type of killing inside the city limits,
That's okay.
especially when fighting for sport,
Yeah.
and not inside the Great Colosseum.
So, what do you think needs to happen next? What the hell to do?
I'm kicking up sand in front of Leped. Like,
You ate the rest of it. Let's not forget that.
Well, I would say that we're going to need a very large sum of money, and you're going to need to call in some favors from the other Zents.
Well, call in some favors.
I have people that could maybe get rid of the body, but they're not going to do it cheaply. And you're going to have to pay off a lot of people, including one that you burnt very badly.
Oh, he's alive.
Oh, yeah, he's alive.
not for long.
No, wait, what'd you do?
Nothing. Nothing. I didn't do anything. I'm stuck kicking up sand. Take that. Weak food.
Yeah, I guess we're just like totally just.
I don't know, man. I feel like you just gave me a really appropriate, like, what your character would do.
That's true.
Oh, it was true. Okay, so you can go ahead and tell me what it was. Then
Yeah.
we'll play with that.
I-
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this gonna unnerve you,
No, I just
Mr.
Halima?
Chewing hearts.
I feel like I have PTSD. Like,
You have the
shock.
opportunity. You will be able to act here to stop him doing whatever it is that he just said he was gonna do. But I do want to hear what.
Other food still alive. I take out my quarterstaff and I walk over to him and I.
No! Put it down. No. Not that way. Backwards. Drop it.
Put it in his face.
No!
I'm juiced up on this thing right now.
Okay, eat later. Put it away. And I go back over to kicking up sand on Cleaver. Weak food.
He does know he's not gonna be able to bury him here.
Yeah. Well, I mentioned it. These two, they're idiots. They went out of control.
So we just okay. You need to go stand at the door,
Yeah.
basically right now, and prevent anybody from leaving.
All right, cool.
And I will go. Just let me go see if one of our runners is available. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Does he get the juice? Do I get the plate?
Nobody, like, this guy is not listening to you.
Oh.
All the people, the only thing you start to hear now that starts to break the silence is the murmur of the other people that were there. And even they seem to have lost their appetite for anything down here that would give them pleasure, including being able to fight on their own. You even see one of the bar helper guys. Okay, I guess pit's closed. Pit's closed.
Who is next?
No. It's done.
And you see them start to shuffle towards the door, and you are standing in front of it.
There's battle music for
Why
you
is
being
there
like,
battle music?
please don't.
Oh, why is there that?
I don't say that it's battle music. They start to make their way up to. It's definitely not going to be like soft and smooth. They start to make their way up and start to crowd around trying to leave. How are you going to convince them to stay?
By order of the Port Authority, this is quarantined.
We're great.
You gonna flash the
Wait a
badge?
minute.
Yeah.
Real good.
What?
I can bring it back to life.
Can you?
Yes, I actually can.
Just do it.
I can do that.
Can?
How long has it been since he's died?
Well, it kind of just
Like, I don't
happened,
know,
think.
10 minutes?
No, never mind.
5 minutes? How long
I'm
has
very
it been?
curious as to how you think you can bring him back to life.
With Revivify, restores a creature's body that has died in the last minute with 1 HP. Unfortunately,
I think we'd have to throw up his.
Number one, you would need a slot.
I have it. It's
You have
just-
one slot?
Yeah, it's
Would
third
you like
level.
to try it?
No, it's been a long time.
I think you should try
I
it.
think he's letting you try it.
You would know whether we've exceeded the
It's like
limit.
we need to bring. Why? I don't understand why people are mad. Though.
Me neither.
Why mad?
Then you probably wouldn't do it.
What?
Then you just probably wouldn't do
Yeah,
it.
I wouldn't
right?
do it. Exactly. I could, but
We'll
I,
save that for later.
Yeah, yeah. Oh well.
So
nothing
you pull out
happens.
your badge by order of the Port Authority. You yell that out. Give me a perception check.
One thing about
Keeping a real low profile.
Yeah, well, you murdered a guy and ate his heart.
Yeah, I don't think you get to say anything.
10.
10. You start to hear murmuring from upstairs and the heavy feet of other patrons starting to move that way to come down towards you from the stairs. You guys start to, you can see the flail and the snail in the, as basically like coming around the corner, you start to see it, and you can see the bouncer out front standing there. Looks annoyed, but more worried, really, out of the base of it by the time you guys make it to him. Hi.
Hi. Can we?
Go in.
No.
Why not?
You closed early?
By order of the Port Authority.
Is this a female Port Authority agent?
Dang.
I wasn't down there. I don't know what's going on. I was just told that I'm not to let anybody else in or out.
Great.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We'll just be over
Waiting over.
here then.
Free pavement.
What trouble did they get into this time?
Oh my god. God. Is there?
You recognize one of your brothers. The guy at the door.
Brother,
He kind of like glances at you and he goes,
I would want to get in. I think there are some people that I need to see. And I am also a doctor now.
okay, you said a thing, and I don't recognize you. Who are you?
I use command,
Okay.
and I tell him move.
What's the save?
Will.
No,
Wisdom.
it's not gonna matter.
Wisdom.
He starts to feel this inkling in the back of his head, and he's like, okay, so I thought you used another word, not that one. I don't appreciate that, and certainly none of my brothers would do that. So who the hell are you?
I'm Imporo. Do not remember me.
That name means nothing to me.
Okay, I will remember that.
I don't remember you, so I don't see why I care.
Is the door open?
No, it's actually a portcullis.
Oh, okay.
This particular bar has a very interesting motif.
Very gladiatorial arena motif.
Yep.
Okay.
I think you should run along now before you get hurt.
I lean over to Dorigas. I'm like, it looks like he's bombing. I can't hear anything, but it's a.
Yes, it doesn't look like it's. No. Oh. Oh.
5, 4.
I hold him by the hand, or like not hold him by, like I touch him on the forearm.
3,
Mm-hmm.
2.
Mm-hmm. Shocking grasp.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Did he?
This is Reef's actual face right now.
I
You
crit.
don't see it yet.
He crits.
Okay.
Just reacting when I saw the light from lightning.
Now you see him reach over, put his hand on the bouncer, holding on to his arm, and you can see a zzz, and the crackle and the slight smell of ozone start to permeate the block. Roll me your damage.
Okay. Let's see.
It's probably like 48.
Do we know how to get this door open even if
Let's
this
see.
guy is knocked out?
Between the two of us, yeah.
All right, cool.
Jeez.
We killed a guy
when the
inside. We're gonna kill a guy
20?
outside.
20.
Go kill a guy.
Is
He gets to choose, right? He can choose to knock a
Not on
guy
a
out.
spell.
no.
As the electricity arcs from your fingertips, coursing through your palm and into his body, you see a brief moment of shock on his face,
Literal and figurative.
and a second, slightly longer, kind of expression of terror, but only the right side of his face shifts as the left side remains droopy. And he keels forward, and his face hits the pavement. A little bit of blood
Oh no.
and a little bit of teeth scatter across the floor. And you release your grasp as he falls forward.
Next time you will move. Gonna go in.
You walk into a portcullis, the bars popping you on the nose. You literally just ran into a square, like a setting of
Bunch of
square
bars.
bars.
Oh,
It's a grid of bars.
okay.
I walk over and I'm like, well,
Can't
okay.
shocking grasp that.
Like step over.
Make me a Constitution save.
Wait.
Should we move the body?
I rolled a 1.
Yeah, that's what it looks like from here.
Yeah.
So, as you watch him fall to the ground, you walk forward right into the bars and knock yourself out. You are now unconscious. You fall slack, almost in the opposite position. Him prone, you now prone on your back, out cold. You two watch as he shocks this guy
Yep.
and then walks directly into a grid of bars known as a portcullis and knocks himself out.
That's actually impressive, though, right?
And now we understand why there's battle music when there's no battle going on.
Because even a door can win. Sorry, a portcullis.
Portcullis.
There's just, I'm like,
It's a fancy door.
Is there darkness, more darkness for us to drag bodies
Bodies
into?
Can we get a proficiency in moving bodies?
tell me what you'd like to do. You do know that guards will be
Patrol.
around.
We don't know how soon.
Roll me history checks, both of you.
Nope.
You tell me what you got.
Got a 1.
13.
13. Okay. You guys start to kind of like figure out between the two of you. When was the last time you saw a guard? When was the last time you? And you're like, I don't know. There was some puddles and my hat. It was
Wasn't
too pretty.
paying
I was
attention.
out. And you're like, okay, well, I think I saw them go by. Roll me a d4.
2.
2 is the number I got. So you actually remember seeing them go by 2 minutes ago. And you would wager that you have probably about 5 to do anything.
5 minutes.
Ish.
Okay.
Where's the nearest dark corner?
You're standing in like,
I mean-
you've got the map. You can see what the map looks like. You are close to a couple of places, but I mean, you're not like, so the bar is basically like next to the overhang.
Right.
Yeah, right about there.
Well, priority is getting inside. Like, he created this opportunity for us to get inside. So
Yes.
let's get this port close open, drag his body in, and then
Yep.
leave this sweet, gentle soul to do whatever's going to happen to
If
him
we
on the street.
Can't
Man,
bring
I
both
had
of
an
them.
out for you. Now I don't have an out for you.
Yeah.
So, roll me a common sense check. We're going to call this just flat wisdom for you, Reef. Actually, for both of you. For anybody that's not currently unconscious or dead that is in the street.
Ooh, it's 5.
I got,
Really, as an adventurer, I have very good common sense. I do things that most people would definitely do.
I got a 15.
Okay, but
Okay. Knowing how important the information that you're carrying is,
Leave them.
well, maybe this is an opportunity for a messenger instead of the whole party. Because it's not like you didn't split the party already. But perhaps somebody who is a busybody and smaller and stealthy should go back.
I don't know who you could be meaning. I'm not the one that rolled good.
I know.
You have to come up
why
with this plan.
that's
All
why
right,
I'm-
so we're gonna get this port close open.
So I'm looking at you and I go, perhaps you should go to Zendar's. If
What?
they've closed this down for the Port Authority, I think we should probably bring the Port Authority here.
Okay, fine, but don't just like
Just take one of the bags and go.
Okay, all right, okay.
I
You're
will.
good?
No, but we'll see what it can do.
Okay. Oh, okay. And I leave.
Okay. So you slink off into the shadows, leaving a downed,
Any way to wake
leaving
him?
poor Dorriguez with a downed Cholton,
was
two
his
downed
plan.
Choltons.
Do down, Sheldon. Any way to wake this unconscious person up?
What way would you think of?
Just shaking to see if he can actually come to consciousness. Sort of like a slap him in the face, shaking, saying, "Wake up! Wake up!"
Okay, so as Reef disappears into the night, heading towards the Port Authority and Zendar's office, you give him a little nudge with your foot. His head just kind of slinks over to the other side. You give him another firmer
Quick.
get up while you're looking around, trying not to be seen. Anything else that you would do?
Do I have any ability to use? Do med kits have any kind of smelling salts or anything in them?
He's not like bleeding out or
That's what I
anything,
mean.
so you don't have to stabilize
That's
him.
what I was wondering.
But you could always pick him up and walk away.
I could
Or
If-
just at least
move him someplace besides right here.
somewhere, I don't know.
That's right. Is there?
You can try and give me a medicine check to see if you can wake him up.
10.
10. Sure. Your eyes flutter open. You look up to see the swashbuckling hat, the Buccaneers hat, on Dorriguez's head as he is squatted over you, smirks, and says, "Oh, good morning." And we're done. For this episode of Fury's Reach,
Wow. A whole lot of things happened.
so much happened. We want to remind you guys about the code, which is counterclockwise. That code is for your Ovaltine. It's for your Idle Champions chest. You get a free chest. The code will last for about an hour longer, and you can go get that redeemed. I would like to thank our patrons, Tanya Lynn, Thomas Jacob, Rachel Steiner, Bill Benham, Alan Libby, Chris Brown, James Daniels, Jonathan Franklin, Red Zanwat, and Craig Wallerstein, as well as Nina and a whole host of others that help us keep this thing running. Thank you to the brand new subscribers of the D&D channel, because you also help keep this running. And, of course, to all of our Maze Arcana subscribers. Thank you, guys. We really appreciate it. We want to say another quick thank you to Black Magic, to Sirenscape, Wormwood, Dungeons & Dragons.
Of course.
Idle Champions for giving us some nifty stuff to give to you guys. Same thing with the awesome people over at ARC who make Neverwinter, and our friends at DDO Online. If you play any of those games, we regularly give out free stuff, and we should have some other pretty cool raffles coming in. Those of you that won the Neverwinter stuff, I'll send it over to you shortly. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will be putting up some of the cast letters, journals, or thoughts that they write you from prison. But I'll put up the early ones early on. Here, I'll throw those up on our Maze Arcana subreddit, and the more recent ones will go up on the Patreon and eventually make their way over there. So if you'd like to be caught up to date with exactly what the heart of a half-red dragon tastes like, you can expect that probably 2 people will tell you.
I'm sure there will be a culinary critique.
Possibly. Egg. Yes, no, maybe. And tell us where we can find you on a regular basis, sir.
All right. My name is Ryan Omega. You could find me on Instagram and Facebook under Ryan Omega, except for Twitter, which is Ryan OMGA. I'm the host of a podcast called Live Action Roleplay, a LARP podcast, which is available on iTunes.
I'm Sig Neutron. You can find me at Sig Neutron on Instagram and Twitter, and you can catch me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Sig Neutron.
I'm.
One Grungs.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, and I'm also on One Grung Above, which is earlier today at 2 p.m. today with Rudy and Satine.
I'm Kim Horcher. You can catch my daily talk show, Nerd Alert, on youtube.com/nerdalert, and wherever TYT Network is putting its videos. It's a lot of places. And just Google me. I'm different on all social media platforms. It was dumb.
Hi guys, I'm Dodger. You can find me at Dex Bonus on pretty much everything, including Twitch. I stream almost every day, and if you like coffee, you should check out my coffee company, which is at dodgercoffeeco.com.
I'm Kyle Vogt. You can find me on Twitter at Kyle Vogt, and from there, probably find my Instagram and my Facebook. Also, you can catch me on Funny or Die starting on the 30th when we start running a series where we make fun of ourselves, from the actors from the room, for the parody called Room Actors, Where Are They Now? You can also catch me on Sundays when we're not on hiatus on Maze Arcana, playing Orphan Echo.
Cool. Hi, I'm Alex. Just if you Google Octopimple, I'll probably show up, but don't. My stuff's dumb. Don't look at it.
It's great. Don't listen to him.
It's
He's very
fine.
talented.
I like
and
your
funny.
King Richard thing.
The King Richard.
Oh, thank you. That was fun.
And short.
Yeah. In short, there you go. The best way to experience any of my content. So sorry you have to deal with me for 3 hours. That's it.
All right, well, I'm Rudy Woot everywhere. But my name, what people call me, is Rudy Rudenberg, and I am here Tuesdays running tech, Wednesdays running this, and playing on One Grung with Sig, who is not playing Lepad in that game. Instead, I am playing the bloodthirsty Green Grung, who just recently found out that all of his brothers are dead.
No.
What?
That
Spoilers!
was a tough episode.
Yeah, today was tough for me. So if you'd like to see me roleplay a frog, and I would say a good bit differently than Lepad.
Oh, really?
yeah.
You don't murder people? And
No, I murder a lot.
Murders
Well,
Murders tons of people.
So much murder.
Oh, no, he's terrifying.
I have not eaten a heart yet.
No, but he's still equally
There's
terrifying.
You haven't
time.
lived till you've eaten a heart.
Faces maybe, hearts not yet.
Yeah. But you guys can come hang out with us here and on the D&D channel any time you want. And you can check out older episodes in the past broadcasts or even on the YouTube where D&D hosts all of these awesome games. I would encourage you to go back and watch the first season, which isn't that long. It's only a few episodes, but it's Fury's Reach, and this campaign is dealing with the aftermath of that. And my players are clearly doing their best to create a third season where we deal with the aftermath of this.
That's good. It's Fury's Prison.
Cleaning up the mess.
Fury's like, holy crap. Where are we?
So thanks guys for coming and playing. As always, a lot of fun. I feel like you guys are getting better at working together. I'm eager to see how you guys progress. If you want to come and hang out with us, we'll be at PAX Unplugged this weekend. I'll be in the D&D area for a good bit of running, some playing, and they're going to just throw me into random tables. And then we'll also be hanging out with some of our other awesome fun people there, like Anna and the Dice Camera Action people. And if you're going to the Alpha Party, we'll see you there as well. So if you're there, make sure you just shout us out, say what's up, and tweet at us, whatever, let us know. If you like the show, let everybody else know, because we would love to have more people witness this carnage. I love it when people come up to us at cons and are like, hey, so that thing that Lapad did, super awesome. How much longer until he's dead? Because this is Tomb of Annihilation and there's no coming back.
Right.
So, any of you that die, and you can watch this last season and see that the people that we've had that die do not come back. We replace them, because that's what Tomb of Annihilation does.
Yes.
So they're just trying to hold out until that whole storyline is done.
Which is only like another 8 or 9 months.
Yeah, like May or something.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see you guys soon. And if you enjoy what we're doing here, let us know, sub, etc. And you can also go to the Dungeon Masters Guild and pick up some of the titles there from myself or Satine. Just search our names. And you can grab the brand new Adventures League content that we just put out, or any of our Adept stuff, which will soon be a companion to Xanathar's Guide to Everything, called Xanathar's Lost Notes to Everything Else.